In this series, we are diving into the 5 process groups, which are the structured steps that we use in order to manage a project lifecycle. Let's delve into the second process group, planning. So in totality, we have the project management plan to guide the team on how the entire project will be executed, monitored, and controlled through its lifecycle. The 3 baselines, scope, schedule, and cost, are made to serve as our expected results for evaluating our project progress. But before developing the baselines, we also need guidance on how to create, control, and report the developing results throughout the project. So first, we have the scope management plan. Scope management describes all the work that needs to be completed for the project to be deemed finished. Therefore, this document details how the scope will be defined, validated, and controlled. Scope management also ensures that the project excludes unnecessary work. If we do not have the scope management plan, we could be chasing a moving target without a determined end result, which would be called scope creep. Secondly, we have the schedule management plan. This document outlines how the project timeline will be created and managed, including the tools that will be used. We may ask ourselves questions such as, will our estimates be based on general days or will they be specific to the hour? How long of a setback is considered a delay to our schedule? It ensures that all tasks are completed on time and that we have accurate time measurements throughout the project. Next is the cost management plan. This plan details how project spending will be estimated and budgeted. It ensures that the project remains financially viable and avoids cost overruns. For example, it includes how frequently we conduct budget reports, who is the responsible budget manager, and how we evaluate earned value. When starting a project, we may be already given a general budget estimate in the project charter, but the plan helps us to further refine how we will spend and who will make decisions on spending throughout the project. As we are managing our project, we will be controlling different people, equipment, and facilities to utilize. We call this resource management. This plan ensures that the correct resources are available at the right time. We answer questions such as, what are the ways in which we will acquire the resources? How will we train them? And what documents will we use to manage their responsibilities and assignments? Once we have a dedicated resource management plan, we can be efficient with the time and cost required to maintain them. In addition to resource management and cost management, we may also consider procurement management. Although we know our budget, do we know the proper ways on how to utilize the budget? By whom are we purchasing from? What makes one vendor more preferable over another? This procurement management plan outlines how goods and services will be appropriately acquired from external suppliers. For example, vendor selection criteria, contract control processes, and approving authorities for purchasing could all be included in the procurement management plan to ensure timely delivery of external resources. Another essential document is the quality management plan. The quality management plan outlines the standards and criteria that the project must meet. To be specific, defining quality can be subjective unless we give concrete metrics as to how we'll evaluate ourselves. This also includes a plan for continuous improvement, quality assurance, and quality control. When we discuss quality, this can also include meeting regulatory requirements and compliance with other external bodies as needed, which is where risk management is also crucial, in that we ask ourselves, what are the expected positive and negative events that could happen to the project? The risk management plan gives us instructions for how we will assess and react to future uncertain events. Our preference is to have proactive strategies for managing risks, as immediate threats to our project could become issues and require expensive workaround solutions. In varying organizations, there may be different approaches to handling risk. Therefore, the risk management plan would also standardize the method on how to mitigate. We also need to consider our varying stakeholders and how the project will affect them. Having a standardized method of engaging and evaluating stakeholders ensures that their interests are considered and managed effectively. Some stakeholders need consistent and frequent communication, whereas others wish to only be contacted periodically. And with that evaluation, it may refine our steps in evaluating communication throughout our entire project. Therefore, we have the communication management plan. This document outlines how project information will be shared with stakeholders. Will we have a public representative, or is any team member allowed to speak on behalf of the project? Are announcements to be made daily, weekly, or even monthly? Without communication management plans, unofficial statements, improper changes, and miscommunication could easily occur. But if we do have changes, then the change management plan is another vital component that needs to be considered. This plan defines how changes of the project baselines will be managed. It ensures that any changes are systematically evaluated and approved to prevent unnecessary disruption. We generally have some approval official or change control board that will be consulted for accepting the changes. This way, we know that any change that does occur on our project was already pre-approved by our organization. To learn more, reach out to PM-ProLearn.